Welcome back to Learn Economia. Today we are going to look onto the economics of procrastination. So let's see what does it mean. Coming to the idea of procrastination, it would involve the act of delaying or postponing your task. So what you do here is you would be postponing your responsibility. You will be having various reasons to do this. Sometimes it might be occurring as a result of your situation. So, whatever it is, the act of delaying or postponing tasks would require you to have various costs in the future. So, we will deal with this in this session. So, you know this very better. You know this that there would be some negative consequences in the long run when you delay your responsibility or when you delay doing certain tasks. When it comes to the economic perspective of procrastination, we can analyze this concept through the lens of certain aspects like decision making, time preference, opportunity cost, etc. So, what happens here is that we will be looking on to the intertemporal aspects here. So, that is whatever decision you take today or whatever task you engage in today would have its implications for you tomorrow. It might create some positive impact or it might lead to some negative impacts. So, here are a few points that you have to consider when you consider the concept called economics of procrastination. The first aspect, what we have here is called time preference. So, what does it mean by time preference here? As per time preference, here we give emphasis to the importance of time and we try to allot our time to one or the other task. So, this would show a higher preference for some immediate gratification over delayed rewards. So, immediate gratification means something that you will be getting suddenly as soon as you complete a task. So, we always would like to have this sudden satisfaction over delayed reward. So, what will happen if you are given money for your work today? If you do some work today, you are getting money today. So, you would be completely satisfied. You know that at the end of the day, every day you will be getting your wage. But what would happen if your wage get accumulated and you will be getting only a monthly payment? So this is a delayed reward. People always prefer to have immediate gratification, immediate or sudden satisfaction rather than having delayed rewards. So individuals would be valuing their present satisfaction more than their future benefits. Sometimes what happens is that you might have some kind of situation to get more benefits in the future than what you have, that what you would have today, but you are ready to sacrifice your future benefits just to gain some present satisfaction. So this is the main reason behind you to put off your task that would be requiring some effort. So this effort is something that you are supposed to take today. So when you take effort today, if you're getting the reward today itself, then it would be the happiest thing to have. But sometimes this won't be possible. You will be taking effort today and the result or the kind of benefit or satisfaction from the same would be coming only later. So that would make you to procrastinate things. Next aspect is called hyperbolic discounting. So what does it mean by this? So individuals would be exhibiting something called time inconsistency with respect to their decision making. So they would have a tendency to discount the value of their future rewards, and this is done more steeply as the rewards become temporarily closer. So there is something that exists here called a motivation gap. A motivation gap. So, people would be motivated to complete the task in distant future rather than in the present. So, they know they are putting off things. They know it very better that they are not doing their responsibility today, but they prefer to do that. They are motivated to do a particular activity only in the distant future. So, that is again something that you have to consider whenever you discuss the idea of economics of procrastination. Then there is something else too which plays a very, very important role here. That is called opportunity cost. So, the next best opportunity forgone. The next best opportunity forgone. This is opportunity cost. So, when you go for procrastination, it will definitely make you to incur what is called an opportunity cost. So, when you delay a particular task, what you do here, you are actually foregoing the benefits that you could have gained when if you have invested your time and effort there, but you are not doing that. Now instead what you're doing is that instead of working, now you're sleeping, because you know that sleep is something that gives you immediate gratification. But if you're working, it's a kind of effort that you're putting in doing your work. But definitely what happens is that if you're working today, you will be getting wage or salary. So if you procrastinate, definitely that would make you inefficient. This would result in inefficiency. You might be missing certain opportunity because you're not doing your work on time. Definitely later on you will suffer from problems. Sometimes it would be related to your behavioral issues. It might create you stress, strain. Stress and strain would be there. Why you are not doing your job today, and you are accumulating it, and at last or at the end of the day it would be a big heap, and you would find it very difficult to complete the task. So later on what happens is that as a result of this increased stress and strain, your productivity too would be coming down, and that too would be influencing your performance, which will be causing problems for you. Now, we need to consider that whenever we procrastinate, certain behavioral aspects too would be influencing. So, procrastination gets influenced by various behavioral aspects. So you need to take into consideration something called your self-control element, your perfectionism. So if you are a perfectionist, you never procrastinate. So you would try to be very punctual. You would try to uh, ensure that you're doing all your duties on time. Otherwise, what happens if you're a lazy person? If you're a lazy person, you always try to procrastinate, and definitely that will be having its implication for your future. Some people would procrastinate because they are afraid. They are afraid because they fear what would happen if there is a failure. This fear of failure would be driving them to procrastinate things. In certain other cases, people will have lack of motivation, so they will uh, uh, see that they are not doing the task today because they are afraid. They know that there is a risk element here, and they feel that okay, what would happen if they are going to fail. So there is a risk element here, and this fear would make them to procrastinate. So people always have a tendency generally to move away from the task that they consider to be difficult or unpleasant or risky. So when you learn or when you understand the economics of procrastination, this would be always explaining the reasons that would be dealing with why individuals would be struggling to overcome procrastination tendencies in certain cases. So there are certain reasons for procrastination. At the same time, some individuals would make some deliberate attempt to escape from procrastination. Now, need to understand that procrastination would definitely influence your performance. As I was telling earlier, it would influence your well being, it would influence your welfare, it would influence your performance, and definitely your satisfaction level. So, today, if you procrastinate, if you're not studying, or if you are not doing your duties well, definitely it will lead to some bad effects for your future. If you're not studying today, definitely that means tomorrow you will be unemployed. So, the negative consequences on individual well being and overall performance that procrastination would be created should also be understood here. As I was telling earlier, it will be creating some stress for you. It will be ensuring that you are having a reduced efficiency in the future. Your quality of the work would be reduced. So missed deadlines would be there. Like for every task, there would be a deadline. If you're not meeting the deadline, that means it is your inefficiency. It is your inefficiency, and it shows that you are not capable to meet the deadline. Definitely, it will affect your academic or professional achievement. Now, nudging and commitment devices. So there have been a lot many behavioral interventions that could be made in order to combat procrastination tendencies. So there have been various techniques available, or there have been various methods available that will ensure that you're not procrastinating things. So this is something that can be done only when you are ready to stay away from procrastination. You can set some deadlines. You can break some bigger tasks into smaller subtasks. Then you just go for something called reward and punishment. So you need to punish you if you're not meeting your deadlines. You need to give you some reward if you're meeting your deadlines. So such kind of things would make you more responsible. So always remember that you are responsible for your behavior. Nobody else would take the responsibility for the same. So such kind of feeling, such kind of thinking, or such kind of behavior would make you to stay away from procrastination. So always remember that definitely you will be having some immediate relief if you put off your responsibility, or you if you put off your task that is being allotted to you. But in the future, definitely you will suffer from the negative outcomes of the very same. So, always it's better to develop some strategies or methods to overcome or manage your habit of procrastination. Then only you can have improved productivity or well being. Otherwise, definitely this negative outcome will lead to a ruin. So, let's not delay tackling those vital tasks today itself, and let's not procrastinate. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. You can like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos, and you can join our free Telegram community. I'll be providing the link of the same in the description box. Also, you can download the Learn Economia app, for which also I'll be providing the link in the description box. That's it. Thank you.